And then my mum took me back to see it when I was about 6 or 7, and I loved it, but I didn't like the Sugar Plum Fairy. I wanted to be the Mouse King. And then she bought me a sword, and I used to run around and pretend to be the Mouse King. And then, then I got phone calls saying, as an adult, do you want to play the Sugar Plum Fairy? And I was like, oh, I want to be a fairy, yeah. I play the Sugar Plum Fairy. What's annoying, though, is that, if you're playing a fairy, you want wings. And they made mine in the computer afterwards, so I still haven't seen my wings yet.
Not fair.
Not fair.
Not fair at all.
My approach, as an actor, I sort of like to do as much research as possible, and there isn't a lot of research that you can do about the Sugar Plum Fairy. So I did go onto YouTube and I watched as many different versions of the dance, and they were all amazing, and I thought, but I'm not a ballet dancer, so I can't do any of that. And then, of course, I thought, well, the most famous thing about the Sugar Plum Fairy is the theme, the music, which is that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I thought, oh, I wonder how I can get that in there. Maybe I can laugh it. So it started off with a laugh, and then I was like, well, if it's going up there, then maybe the voice sort of needs to match it. And actually, all you know is that she's the Sugar Plum Fairy, so she's sugary and she's sweet, so everything has to be sugary and sweet. It's a very silly character. So I tried it out on I took my kid into a playground, and there were some 6-year-olds playing in the sandpit, and I tried the voice out on these 6-year-olds, and they burst out laughing, and I thought, well, you're the audience, so we'll do this. She is the regent of the land of sweets. Does that mean she's she's not the queen. She's the regent. She's the boss in the land of sweets. The land of sweets is made out of sweets. It's definitely made out of a lot of sweets. So we go up in a balloon, and that was amazing. There was a balloon basket, and it had big, just sweets all over it. It was like fantasy land for a kid. Clara is Mackenzie Foy, the brilliant and wonderful and amazing Mackenzie Foy is playing Clara, who is a very intelligent girl, an engineer, a bit of a scientist, a bit of an inventor, who has to go to the 4 realms and save the world. And that's what she does. How do Sugar Plum and Clara? Well, I was her mother's best friend. And so I become her best friend as well, and I'm just desperate for her to save our world, because Mother Ginger is trying to destroy it. She's lovely. I loved working with Mackenzie. Most of my staff was with Mackenzie, and with Jaden as well. And so it was just lovely to spend so much time with such an amazing young woman. Well, the message is that the girl saves the world. She doesn't get rescued. She does it herself. She rescues herself, and she rescues everybody else as well. So the message is, go on, girls, go and save the world.